Yes.
What are the returns? Each year or each ward, they require to submit all the names
Yes.
and marriages they have celebrated in that particular time,
Yes.
so that the Uganda government recognizes the marriages.
Yes.
Because when I'm making a search, let's say like nowadays, embassies prefer even civil marriage to church marriage.
Yes.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because there are churches everywhere. They are not going to even know whether this is a valid marriage or not, because they will not be in the system at URSB. But if your name is in the system, it means you indeed celebrated a valid marriage. And it's upon the person going to marry you, or your pastor, or your church elder, to be frank and open with you and open up these other documents that they have as in form of licenses before you can arrange your marriage to be in a certain place.
Yes.
Because if you don't do that, then you're going to sit on a certificate and you're going to be excited for the day we shall come and eat chimere, or show up and eat food.
Yeah.
But when it comes to time for when you disagreements and like that you have told me, you will find that your marriage was null from the very beginning. It wasn't there.
Wow.
And there's nothing the government can do about it after. There's totally nothing. What you have to do is, probably, if you're still in love with your spouse, if you're not backstabbing each other that time, you just go back to the Uganda Registration Services Bureau and celebrate a civil marriage, which is cheaper.
Yes,
which is cheaper and very convenient, instead of going back to the hectic life of a church marriage and what is involved. So there is so much, bravo.
Wow. If you're out there and you went to church and married, are you aware that your marriage is actually not registered? And I will tell you the truth, even the traditional churches you're looking at, most of those churches sat on your marriage and never went to go for registration of this marriage.
Yes.
They are not registered. Even if you're from an Anglican church,
or
I would even say the Catholic church, many churches are supposed to put in returns. That means they are supposed to take your marriages to the Uganda Services Registry Bureau and register your marriages.
Yeah.
So if you go to URSB, it costs about 25,000.
Just that.
And you search for your marriage and it's not there, guys. Your wedding or your marriage is invalid.
Yes.
You may listen to this and you sit down and relax. But at that moment, you realize that actually your church made a mistake.
Yeah.
And many churches are doing this.
Yeah.
After marrying you, for them, they think because the certificate has their headline, they forget that actually marriages are conducted by government. Only that these are agents. The churches are agents
of the government.
But when they relax and they do not submit your marriage for registry, then your marriage is invalid. Let's talk about polygamy. If a man has married in church, and then later chooses to go polygamy, maybe at one point I thought monogamy or the church wedding was right for me. But at the end of the day, I realized I made a mistake, and many men are doing that. And I reverse, go back and marry my 3 other wives. Is it legal or illegal?
It is highly illegal.
Legal.
Because I say this time, I told you, bravo, let's take in this scenario, the timing is important.
Yes.
If you decide, like you've just asked me, but vice versa, the other question. If you first celebrate monogamous marriage, one man, one woman, then the other marriages are invalid. Because you chose one and you have not yet dissolved one. You have to dissolve one, then you go back and marry as many as you want through cultural practices where you belong. You cannot go for church and now you want to again go to polygamy and say, oh, polygamy, or perhaps I forgot my ancestors had so many, I need to have so many. But you had one you took to church and he's still alive, and you still haven't gone to court to get a decree absolute out of that marriage. That one is invalid.